it becomes the utmost importance for the Delhi Fire Services to make sure that this fire is doused at the earliest, so that this fire does not spread to other buildings and the other buildings do not get damaged through it. So yes, that remains to be seen as to how quickly can the Delhi Fire Service go ahead and take the situation under their control.
Anshul, is there precedent to this event? We're looking at these visuals and they're shocking. The fact that students are having to come down themselves via ropes that they've built. Is there precedent to this? You've been covering ground reports in Delhi for months here now. Have you seen incidents like this take place before?
So yes, these kinds of incidents have become fairly common in the national capital. In fact, CNN News18 has done several exposes themselves in which we have shown that how several of the buildings, be it pubs, coaching institutes, or other buildings, does not have the required fire permissions, and even after that, through corruption, they are able to freely run their coaching institutes and their institutions in this manner. So yes, this is not the first time that something like this is happening. Just a few years ago, if I remember correctly, in 2018, there was a massive fire that broke out in a hotel in the national capital area of Karol Bagh. In that also, approximately 18 to 20 people had lost their lives, post which there was a movement that was started by the Delhi Fire Services, in which the fire norms were checked of each and every coaching institute or each and every hotel in that area itself. But yes, several of these fires have constantly been happening. People have constantly been losing their lives because of the lack of fire department clearances that the institutes have gotten. Remember, just approximately a year and a half ago, there was another incident that happened in the national capital near the Tikri border itself, where a fire had broken out in a factory, and approximately 17 people had lost their lives in that as well. Now, post that, again, the government had stepped into action and they had ordered an inquiry if at all the factories or all the buildings that are operating in that area, commercial buildings operating in that area, actually have that fire department clearances. But yes, that doesn't seem to have impacted the manner in which this entire nexus has been going on in the national capital, where several commercial buildings do not take the requisite fire permissions from the fire department, and through corruption they are able to freely run their campuses, and which in turn means that they are endangering the lives of people who are coming into that building. So this is something that has happened yet again. However, this time around, casualties have still not been reported at this point in time. But yes, it remains to be seen, once the fire is doused, what were the kind of permissions that were taken by this very coaching institute and other coaching institutes who have been running in that area. Because the Mukherjee Nagar area, there are thousands of coaching institutes that are placed over there. Some of them are very small and are running from a room itself. So have those coaching institutes also have taken the requisite permissions? That is something that is unclear at this point in time. But yes, in all likelihood, the kind of visuals that have come to the fore, it seems like that the requisite permissions were not taken. And
Anshul, I just want to ask you one more question here. Which authority does it come down to ensure that buildings are following the requisite fire safety procedures?
So yes, there are a few authorities who are involved in this entire thing, because several permissions are required. If you want to open a commercial building, there are several permissions that are required. Now, the single window for this entire thing is being looked at by the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. However, the clearance for fire safety and fire rules is given by the fire department itself. So yes, it doesn't seem like that all these rules were followed while this coaching institute was being established. Now, since this incident has happened, we could again expect some sort of action that could come in from the government, where an audit could again be announced. But yes, these kinds of audits have already happened in the national capital several times, but the benefits of these audits is very, very minimal, and hence we are seeing such incidents happening day in and day out in the national capital, where the lives of hundreds of people are endangered daily, just because the owner of these institutes or these public buildings do not want to get their fire clearances, because that could be an added expense to them, and hence they try to bypass this entire procedure, and through corruption, regular corruption, they try to make sure that their institute or the commercial building runs without being hampered, the daily operations without being hampered. So yes, this entire nexus might come to the fore at this point, but yes, the manner in which this incident has taken place, it is very, very shocking, and still questions are being raised on the capability of the Delhi Police and the Delhi Fire Department, along with the government officers as well, to make sure that that Delhi is a safe place and is a place where through such incidents people do not lose their life.
Anshul, can you just tell us, and we're actually playing for our audiences what I believe is rescue footage from the inside on the right side of your screens, but I'll wait for a confirmation on what those visuals are. On the left side, obviously, visuals coming to you from outside the coaching center. Anshul, just tell our audiences, the students that we can see jumping down, would it be correct to assume that these are students who are in their late teens, early 20s?
Yes, in all probability, yes, they are in the early 20s or in the late teens, because the main business in that Mukherjee Nagar area is of coaching institutes, and these coaching institutes mainly provide coaching to aspirants of the Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC. Now, the kids who actually go ahead and appear in these exams are mainly graduates and postgraduates, and hence all these kids could be as young as 19-year-old to as old as maybe 27 to 28 years old as well. So all these kids who are actually getting the coaching to pass the toughest exam in the world, that is the Union Public Service Commission exam of India, and hence rigorous coaching and study is required to pass this exam. But yes, the manner in which this entire incident has happened, this is very, very shocking, and definitely most of these kids have come from outside the national capital to get themselves educated and get to themselves at par with their competitors, and hence they were taking these coaching in Mukherjee Nagar area, which is a residential as well as a commercial area.
Anshul, is the entire building part of the coaching center or just the third floor?
So the third floor in this building is the place where the fire had taken place. Now the Sanskriti Institute, coaching institute, is on the third floor, whereas other institutes and other commercial activities are done on various other floors of that building as well.
Okay.